When I first started watching 90 Day Fiancé, I was really fascinated by watching couples navigating the bureaucratic red tape that is international dating. The show has since become wildly popular, spawning many spin-offs. One could argue that the show has now devolved into a bit of a dumpster fire with leading characters such as Angela Deem and Big Ed. With that being said, I did not have sobbing within the first 5 minutes of a new season on my bingo card when I tuned in to season 6 of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. It started off tragically with Amanda's backstory and it did not lighten up. This season is full of cast members with absolutely tragic backstories. I want to talk about 3 cast members in today's video. Let's discuss. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. We are 2 episodes into 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days season 6. We really have only met about half the cast so far, and I am seriously bummed out. I have cried in both episodes. The cast members we've met so far have been through some serious shit and it is intense. Production did give us Jasmine and Gino, the only returning couple this season. I feel like they knew that they needed to lighten things up a bit. The editors really are artists because they have managed to segue from one segment of Jasmine visiting her gynecologist to another where Tyree is discussing the murder of his father. Like I said, I started off crying when we met Amanda and things just did not go up from there. Let's start off by talking about Amanda. At this point, part of what I tune into this show for is to see what problematic cast member Sharp Entertainment has cast now. I really was not mentally or emotionally prepared for everything that Amanda has gone through in her life.
Mama, can we sleep with Dad's box in the room?
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Daddy! Dada, dada.
All right, you can give Daddy a kiss if you want. My name is Amanda. I'm 31 years old. I live in Eunice, Louisiana. Earlier this year, I lost my husband, Jason, to his battle with cancer. We were best friends, and I would have never expected a future without him. Jason was diagnosed with stage 4 terminal ampullary cancer. And the doctor said best case scenario would be for him to live 3 months with chemotherapy. 3 days later, he was so weak, I ended up forcing him to go into the hospital. And only 10 days after his diagnosis, and he was gone. My son said, "When will Daddy be back from heaven?" And Alina, she said, "You can't come back from heaven."
This really was giving me Blended Bunch vibes. I don't know if you guys caught that TLC show from a couple years ago. I think they only had 1 season. When I happened across that show, I was like, oh, hey, look, a modern day Brady Bunch. Little did I know that TLC cast 2 families that had gone through some of the most traumatic shit in their entire lives. Discovery Communications will always put out press releases regarding the new season of a show that's coming out, and they will give little blurbs about the cast members, and in 90 Day Fiancé's case, the couples. So here is what they had to say about Amanda, 31, from Louisiana, and Razvan, 26, from Romania. Amanda, a widowed mother of 2, never thought she'd find love again after losing her husband to a sudden battle with cancer. Just a little bit more on this. This guy died suddenly within 2 weeks of being diagnosed in March of 2022. The show is airing in June of 2023, so it has barely been a year since he's died. If you've seen the first 2 episodes of this season, you know as well as I do that Amanda is clearly very much still in the thick of the grieving process. Not only did Amanda lose her husband in March of 2022, but about a month later, her younger sister passed away as well. And preceding all of that, in 2019, Amanda lost her mother at just 48 years old. There is a Sarcasm article that has more information about the deaths of Amanda's sister and mother, and I will link that down in the description of this video. Amanda, at just 31 years old, has suffered some unimaginable losses I just can't fathom. Continuing the press description, all that changed when she started chatting online with Razvan, a Romanian social media star and actor. Razvan helped pull her out of her grief as she fell in love with his warmth, sense of humor, and chiseled model body. Now, after 4 months of online dating, Amanda is ready to fly to Romania to meet him for the first time in person. But is she truly ready to open herself up to a new relationship? And at 26, is Razvan prepared for life with 2 young children? Will jealousy over Razvan's career come between them? Will love endure? Or is this all a little bit too fast? Regarding that last question, a lot of talk has been going on online in regards to the speed at which Amanda seems to be trying to move on. I think it's fairly obvious from watching the show so far that Amanda really is not ready to start dating. There really is no proper way to grieve, so I am not judging Amanda for trying to get through the grieving process. The thing that really is the most concerning is that she has 2 young kids that are also clearly still very much in the thick of grieving the death of their dad. Next, I want to talk about Tyree. Tyree is from Modesto, California, and he has been in a 4-year online relationship with Carmela from Barbados.
My name is Tyree. I'm 33 years old, and I live in Modesto, California. My mom moved in with me about a year ago. We are sharing a 1-bedroom apartment, so we're pretty cramped. Last year, my mom found out she had a tumor in her brain. They removed the tumor, and then the next day, the doctor called us to the hospital and told us that she had a stroke. I was a claims rep for a health insurance company, but I actually ended up quitting my job to take care of my mom full time. My father passed away when I was 4 years old. He got into an argument with a friend at a park, and he was murdered.
We've learned some information about Carmela that I need to let you know.
Okay.
After we talk about this, if you decide that you don't want to keep filming, let me know. And also if you decide after we talk that you don't want us to use any of the footage, that's okay, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay. We've learned Carmela has not been honest with you about who she is.
Here is Discovery's press description about Tyree and Carmela. Tyree is a generous, big-hearted man whose insecurities about his body have held him back from finding love. Until 4 years ago, when he met the love of his life, Carmela, on a dating app. Even though they communicate exclusively on Snapchat, Carmela has been a huge part of Tyree's life, supporting him when his mother had a stroke and he had to quit his job and move in with her to be her caretaker. Not only did Tyree's mother suffer a stroke, but Tyree's mother had raised him and his 4 siblings as a single mom because Tyree's father was tragically murdered. Continuing with the press description, the connection they've formed is so deep that they've started talking about marriage, and now Tyree is planning a trip to Barbados so that they can finally meet and he can hopefully propose. But despite having been talking for 4 years, Tyree's family knows nothing of his relationship. Will they try to stand in the way of true love? The big reveal at the end of episode 1 is that Tyree is being catfished. We see producers actually halt filming, break the 4th wall, reveal to Tyree that they know he's being catfished and they actually know the identity of his catfish. Other people have been catfished on this show before. I mean, we all remember Yolanda and Williams. So I do wonder what led producers decide they needed to reveal this to Tyree and give him an out as far as if he wanted to continue filming or not. couple other things that just compound this bummer of a storyline. We find out in episode 2 that Tyree has already gone to Barbados and Ben stood up. After that, and producers revealing to him that his catfish is a man named Christian, Tyree is still holding out hope that maybe this is all some misunderstanding. Additionally, Tyree is doing the classic catfish storyline in so much as he is sending this person money. Even though he quit his job to be his mother's full-time caretaker, he is managing to send this person about $100 a month. This isn't an insane amount of money, so it just makes me wonder about this person catfishing Tyree. What is in it for them to spend all this time ruining this man's life? Finally, I wanted to talk about Sheila. The press description for Sheila and David is from Nebraska. Sheila is from the Philippines. David is a kind-hearted, hardworking man who was born completely deaf. He's been longing for love and companionship his entire life, but connecting with people in a hearing world can be a struggle. His last relationship ended badly when he found out he was being cheated on, but thankfully he didn't give up on love because 2 years ago he met Sheila online. David and Sheila have been talking every day for the last 2 years, but mostly through text since although also hearing impaired, Sheila knows very limited sign language. Despite concerns from David's family and friends, David is sure Sheila is the one and is putting everything on the line to travel 8,000 miles to the Philippines. Can their love withstand both culture and communication hurdles?
I'm Sheila, and 31 years old from Cebu, Philippines. My son and I don't have a lot, but we do the best we can with what we have. In my house, we don't have own running water, so we have to get bucket to the water pump. Me and my son and my parents live together. But my house is difficult to live in because it's very small. And then also, there's a lot of damage. There was a fire and typhoon. And now the roofs are gone. We have a very limited electricity, but we have a toilet.
First, I gotta give it to David for traveling 8,000 miles. I'm from Los Angeles, specifically the San Fernando Valley. So if you're from that area, you're familiar with Los Angeles traffic. I met my husband on Tinder, and I would have never even crossed Mulholland for a date, let alone travel 8,000 miles. So good for you, David. I want to circle back to the fact that in that clip that we saw, I feel like the show really just glosses over this injury that Sheila sustained to her ear. She put a broomstick in her ear. I have so many follow-up questions. She says that she can hear with the help of hearing aids, but eventually she will lose her hearing. She is a single mom of a 12-year-old, and she also takes care of her parents. Her housing situation is pretty heartbreaking. They don't have running water, and she says that they have very limited electricity. On top of all of that, their home was devastated by not only a fire, but also a typhoon. We see Sheila talking with her parents, and it seems like they're really hopeful that David could help them make some necessary repairs to their home. I sure hope David is handy with a hammer. These are some of the saddest backstories I've ever heard, let alone on reality TV. For these 3 cast members, it's not just one traumatic life experience, it is multiple tragedies piled on top of each other. We are 2 episodes into the season, and we still need to meet 3 other couples. Gino and Jasmine are over the top, but at least there are some comedic moments. With the 3 new couples that we still have to meet, we will be seeing England and Israel, so that is something to look forward to. Let me know your thoughts on this new season of Before the 90 Days Season 6 down in the comments. As always, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.